Conor, I just want to raise the Before We Die campaign today. There was a primetime programme, I think it was last Thursday night, which featured people from this campaign, Before We Die. And they're a group of elderly parents of adults with intellectual disabilities who are living at home and whose parents are worried that there's no plan in place for accommodation for those people when they pass away. And in fact, some parents actually said, I hope my son or daughter passes away before me, and that's a terrible thing to say, but that they're so worried about what's going to happen to their son or daughter afterwards. And this is an issue that we heard regularly about on the Disability Matters Committee in the last term, and which I've raised several times, both in the Dáil and here. And I raised this a few, probably weeks ago, I can't remember exactly when, sometime since Christmas, and Senator Kine did indicate that he would arrange a debate with the Minister on this issue, but that hasn't happened as yet, so I'm just wondering if that could happen as soon as possible, because what we were seeing is councils and say the HSE not working together to ensure that a solution is brought. I've spoken to some councils and they've said that they're willing to provide the accommodation. Sometimes it needs to be adapted, sometimes it doesn't, but what they do need is a support or a care plan in place by the HSE, and that's not forthcoming. And when Minister O'Brien introduced the Housing for All policy document in the last term, it was indicated that the HSE and the councils would work more closely together, but that doesn't happen or hasn't happened in all instances, and we just need to see that cooperation between the two agencies much improved, so that there are solutions found for individuals with intellectual disabilities or disabilities of any nature, so that they can live an independent life without relying on elderly parents for care. And the other thing is the grants, the adaptation grants, the mobility aid grant and the housing aid for older people. Last year I know many people who applied for these grants in Cavan, with Cavan County Council, and the money, there was only so much money and there were so many applications for priority one applicants that the money was all spent on those, and rightly so. They have to be prioritised with people who maybe couldn't come home from a hospital or a care institution without adaptations made to their home or need full-time care. But there are many people who are seeing say issues with their roof or with their windows or doors, and so their house, the lifetime of their house or the condition of their house is deteriorating. And if they could get the grant now, it would save money in the future, because many older people there are saying, like, if they have issues with their roof, for example, they're fearful of a storm coming and making that much worse and much more expensive to repair if the damage is not addressed now. So if we could see, again, statements on these grants, or an indication from the Minister that he will increase the money for the grants for this important work. Thank you.